Hi, Mark Gordon on Tuesday, July 10th, 2012 with the gold, silver, and stock forecast. This is the GLD, the gold ETF, still stuck in this downtrend. We have an overhead resistance line here that has been particularly hard to get above here. We did about 5 sessions ago get above it. Thought we were off to the races to challenge this 100-day moving average, this green dotted line, but got turned away as we have in the past, going back into March here. So still intact here, turned away. Today we came up, had a little bit of a higher high on the open, challenging this 50-day moving average, this blue solid line here, that's converging here with this 21-day moving average, this red solid line. And that proved to be too hard to get through. Got a little bit above it and then whacked back, taking out this previous low we made a couple of days ago, sending us back into a short-term downtrend as well. Big nasty day, big full swing here on a pickup in volume, the most volume we've seen in about 6 sessions, coming to the downside. So here we go again, possibly coming back down here. First stop will be this gray area here, this Bollinger Band. Bollinger Bands are designed to keep prices within them 95% of the time. It's a mathematical algorithm. And that Bollinger Band comes in at about 150.55, 150.55. So that's your next place where we can possibly get some support. The next place will be this lower trend line and challenging this previous low of 150.15. So in essence, still in a medium-term downtrend and now a short-term downtrend. Not a time to be long in the GLD unless you're a very long-term trader. And moving on now to silver, this is the SLV, the silver ETF. And sort of a similar story as to the gold. We came up here 5 sessions ago, challenged this upper trend line, which has been in place since March, much like the gold, and had a nice rally up here, came up against this resistance here and the 50-day moving average, this blue solid line here, and been getting knocked back. Took out this previous low made a couple of sessions ago, sending this back into a short-term downtrend and an intermediate-term downtrend, been in place since March. And here goes silver, possibly going back down here to challenge the lower Bollinger Band at 25.40, and then the previous low here at 25.34, which indeed took out this previous low made back in May of 25.99. So not looking good on the SLV as well. I was hoping we can make some kind of a bottom here and round out a cup-shaped pattern, but the bias is still to the downside. So no turn yet on the silver, certainly getting above this upper trend line solidly, and then closing above this 50-day moving average for a couple of days would certainly bring more traders into the long side on the SLV. But for now, stay away unless you're, like I say, a very long-term trader, or if you're holding the physical metals. I do believe these markets will turn around one day and we'll see new highs, but now is not the time. And moving on to stocks, this is the NASDAQ composite, down 1% today on a nasty reversal. We had made a higher high at the open here, coming up challenging this 100-day moving average here, getting stopped by it, and quickly reversing down, getting support here at the 50-day and 21-day moving average convergences here. A great place of support. Also some support by this upper trend line, which has now become a place of support. We did have a distribution day. Actually, we had back-to-back distribution days here, possibly 3 distribution days in a row, which is not a great sign. I would not be surprised if IBD put this market rally under pressure due to this these back-to-back distribution days here. But so far, getting support above the 50-day moving average. The uptrend still intact, riding sort of a wave up here. These are counter waves in an up wave here, but coming in on pickups in volume, not a great sign. 3 down days in a row now. Market could be turning, but too early to tell here. But don't like the action of today for sure. but stocks still in an intermediate term uptrend here in a confirmed rally. Possibly that rally is under pressure though. We did have some nasty reversals on a couple of key stocks today. Questor Pharmaceuticals had a huge drop, over 20%, on some kind of bad news. So healthy markets usually will not tank a stock on news alone. So that shows some skittishness in the markets. Also, Cirrus Logic had a big nasty fall today too. Slicing through its 50-day moving average. So some not so good signs in the stock market. So just to recap, gold and silver both in short and intermediate term downtrends, not a place to be unless you're a very long-term trader. Stocks still in an uptrend, but that uptrend now under pressure due to back-to-back distribution days. So I would suggest taking it easy in the stocks and wait until things improve a little bit. So that's all. Thanks for listening.